Hi guys, Sturridge here and welcome to the FIFA 19 player review, and today I'm going to be reviewing the 88 rated Flashback Sbc Daniel Sturridge. He's got a fantastic looking card and he did cost me in the region of 30,000 coins to complete his SBC, and in the 4 games I played him with, he scored me 5 goals and got me 1 assist, and he does have a 2-star weak foot as well as 4-star skill moves. Then moving along into his in-game stats, his main standard stats are going to be his 89 finishing, his 88 shots power, his 87 ball control, and finally his 90 jumping. And I did have the sniper chemistry style applied to Daniel Sturridge to the 4 games that I used him with, and I have to say this card looks absolutely sick. They really did a good job, EA, on giving this guy the upgrade that he deserves to reflect his fantastic 2013-14 season with Liverpool. They give him that really good pace, nice shooting, good dribbling, and also pretty nice physical. And I have to say I really did enjoy using this card for the 4 games. Of course, 5 goals in the 4 games was a very nice return. So moving along into his first pro is going to be his pace. He is very, very quick, 86 acceleration and 93 sprint speed. Definitely off the mark, extremely quick, obviously, with the 93 sprint speed that he does have. Couldn't fault him in that area whatsoever. You'll definitely notice if you were ever to use his regular car, which I believe has got something like 76 pace, so it's definitely in the 70s now, I know that for sure. You'd 100% notice a big difference between the 2 cards and how much more quick he is, which is obviously very important for a striker. I tend to like my strikers to be very quick players, and certainly Daniel Sturridge is that. And in comparison to the 90 Aguero that I've got, he's quicker than Sergio Aguero. Obviously, he's got 5 overall better pace stats than Aguero and feels much more quicker than him in game, which is always a bonus, I suppose. So yeah, couldn't fault it when it came down to his pace. Very good at being able to kind of get away from defenders, all that kind of stuff. Very, very nice indeed. And the second pro is going to be his finishing. As I mentioned before, 5 goals in 4 games is a very nice return, and his finishing stats are just absolutely fantastic. 87 attack positioning, 89 finishing, also the 88 shot power and 84 long shots. I have to say his shot power is ridiculous. It's absolutely fantastic, in particular his left foot. From the right hand, from his right foot, he wasn't great, and that is kind of down to his 2-star weak foot. That's on a couple of occasions when it did hit with his right foot, he actually did hit the woodwork, but he was generating so much less power into his shot. So I'd 100% always try to recommend just using him on the left foot. Obviously his weak foot's not ideal, but he can use his right foot, but at the same time I think all of his goals came from his left foot, so I'd obviously recommend trying to use his preferred foot on the left hand side most of the time. But if you have to, you can still use his right foot, of course, but don't expect it to be that good because it just won't be. There we go. I took a million years to explain that. It's just ridiculous. But anyway, yeah. So his 89 finishing is fantastic. Obviously, with the sniper chem style, does go to 99 finishing, and also he does go up to 83 attack positioning as well. And yeah, in general, I couldn't fault his finishing whatsoever. I genuinely think it was absolutely fantastic. And again, if I had to compare it to Sergio Aguero's 90 card, it was just as good. Comparing between the 2 cards, Aguero costs about 1 million coins more, and this Sturridge card is literally just as good as him. I thoroughly recommend you do this SBC. I think he's absolutely fantastic. Certainly when it comes to his pace and his finishing, his passing doesn't really matter for a striker. I suppose he did link up well with Aguero with the fact he does have the 81 short passing as well and the 83 vision, but I wouldn't recommend using him as a cow. I think he'd be wasted there. Dribbling was okay. Don't worry about the balance and don't worry about the agility. Of course, feel free to put a chemistry style that does increase those stats. I did. So his balance goes up to 74, his agility goes up to 90, and then his ball control, his reactions, his in-game dribbling, his composure are all very nice, and his physical is decent as well. Didn't think his stamina was much of an issue either, which is always nice because 72 stamina isn't great, but in game I didn't see it to be much of an issue. And would I recommend doing this SBC? Yes, I would. You get a couple decent repacks in return to potentially lower the cost of the SBC, and I just think he's a very, very good card, and in my opinion probably one of the better Premier League special card strikers that I have reviewed in FIFA 19. So 100% I'd recommend doing this SBC. I think he's very, very worthwhile. And yeah guys, that's going to finish this play. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys later.